everyone, let us learn about a very common concept that is so crucial that many companies that fail to understand correctly don't go very far in terms of success. We are going to talk about change management and its importance. So to begin with, we all know what a change is, something not many people like. How important it is to adapt to a change? Does change management really affect the organization? Change management is a systematic approach to deal with the change or transformation of an organization's goals, organization's processes, or organization's technologies. The focus of change management is to execute the strategies for affecting the change, controlling the change, and helping people adapt to the change. Why change management is important? It is important because failing to adapt to changes will not only cause downfall, but also if companies and organizations don't change positively, then how will the world progress? Let me take a very famous company. I'm sure you all would have heard about Toys R Us. The company controlled 25% of the global toy market in 1990. The reason behind their downfall was the failure to adapt to change to new technology. Unlike its competitors, which were embracing new technologies and innovation to adapt to the changing preferences and buying habits of the new generations, Toys R Us failed to adapt and ultimately lost its global power. We all know a similar story about Nokia too. When a company so huge can have a downfall due to lack of change management, then it is a lesson we all must learn and should not take change management lightly. Let us now talk about different types of changes. Changes can be broadly classified into three types: transitional change, development change, and transformational change. Traditional changes are performed by senior management to steer the company from one direction to another to make sure that the problems that the company is facing are resolved. Development changes are changes that are made in the company's policies to make sure that the already established processes work at optimized efficiency. Traditional changes are the changes which create most impact. They change the fundamental concepts on which the company is based and also the operations and the core values of the company. Most popular model of change management is Lewin's model, which has three stages: unfreeze, change, and freeze. Let us look at them one by one. The first one is unfreeze. The first stage of change involves preparing the organization to accept that change is necessary, which involves breaking down the existing status quo and creating dissatisfaction with the current performance. The management needs to issue a compelling message showing why the existing way of doing things cannot continue. This is easiest to frame when you can point to the declining sales figures, poor financial results, and worrying customer satisfaction surveys. You need to change the beliefs, values, attitudes, and behaviors that currently define it. Using the analogy of a building, you must examine and be prepared to change the existing foundations, as they might not support add-on stories. Unless this is done, the whole building may risk collapse. When you start questioning the way things are done, you put everyone and everything off balance. You may evoke strong reactions in people, and that's exactly what needs to be done. Now you effectively create a controlled crisis, which in turn can build a strong motivation to seek out a new equilibrium. You get the buy-in and participation necessary to effect any meaningful change. The second stage is introducing the change. After uncertainty created in the unfreeze stage, the change stage is where people begin to resolve their uncertainty and look for new ways to do the things. People start to believe and act in ways that support the new direction. In order to accept the change and contribute to making it successful, people need to understand how it will benefit them. Here, there will be resistance to change which needs to be dealt with. I've talked about strategies to deal with resistance in another video. Time and communication are the two keys to the changes occurring successfully. People need time to understand the changes, and they also need to feel highly connected to the organization throughout the transition period. When you are managing change, this can require a great deal of time and effort, and hands-on management is usually the best approach. The third stage is refreeze. When the changes are taking shape and people have embraced the new ways of working, the organization is ready to refreeze. The outward signs of the refreeze are a stable organization chart, consistent job descriptions, and so on. The refreeze stage also needs to help people in the organization internalize or institutionalize the changes. This means making sure that the changes are used all the time and that they are incorporated into everyday business. With a new sense of stability, employees feel confident and comfortable with the new ways of working and don't go back to old habits. As part of the refreezing process, make sure that you celebrate the success of the change. This helps people to find closure, thanks them for enduring a painful time, and helps them believe that future changes will be successful. So that was all about change management. Don't be afraid of adapting to changes. After all, it is not the strongest or the most intelligent who will survive, but those who can best manage the change. Happy learning!
Happy learning! Thanks for taking out time to watch this video. To learn more, check out our other videos. Link is given in the description below. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and have a great day. For more information you can write to us on inquiry@anexas.net.